Who would you trade?
Who would I trade?
You would trade Mel for real?
Oh, come on. I would see if we can just do a like cash considerations
for Rory.
For Flip, for
you Flip, couple second rounders, Daisy.
For that Roars, right?
Nah, I ain't saying nothing. Yeah. I ain't saying nothing. You trying to get me in the blogs. You trying to get me in the blogs. Nope. Shout out to Rory. Project on the way. That's all I got for you, man. And that's all they want for Rory. Get these to me. Oh, yeah. Hey, what time FedEx come?
Chill out, yo.
Wait, what?
Yo. I'm down.
Nah, I wouldn't do that.
No.
I wouldn't make that trade.
I accept.
Wait, what? It's Prime Rory? Is it Prime Rory?
Joe.
Like what year? Like 2018?
Like that run. Nah,
yeah, it's 2018 Rory.
Oh my God.
Trade him, right?
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Elevation here with another episode of the JBP Elevated, where we speak on the Joe Budden podcast and all of his co-hosts on and off the pod.
Shout out to Joe, man. Shout out to Joe for giving us fodder. I see the game you're playing, sir, and I'm gonna play, but I know this is a game. There's no way this many episodes, back to back to back, something is happening and something we talk about on here that gets brought up on the pod. Nobody else was talking about Rory coming back to the JVP. No one else was saying that. I didn't hear one joke in that trade request. I really didn't. I didn't hear one joke about it. Joe got offended. He got offended when Flip said it was just Emanny and Flip needed to get Rory back. No. And then when he went to the prime example of Rory in 2018, and y'all know how often I bring that up. Hell no, y'all can't get that, Rory. 2018 through 2021, really? Even right up to the end. It's going to take more than Emanny and Flip to get me a Rory back. But I say all that to say this. He was giving a lot of praise to Rory. Everybody else was saying he's doing what Drake just did to Melissa Ford. Yes, of course he's trying to sow seeds of dissension between Rory and Mal. But no. What I said on my last video, that still holds the most weight to me. He genuinely misses Rory, and he genuinely respects what Rory brought to the table now that he's gone. What's that song? You never realize what you have until it's gone. What's the saying? I don't know if it's a song. Hell, I'm old. I don't know. That's a real thing. And Flip, whether you realize this or not, you're the one that woke it up the most in Joe to realize what he had with Rory. Notice I don't say Mal in this. Mal to me was a great friend to Joe, and Joe thought he was doing him a solid by putting him on the show. Mal had underlying thoughts the whole time though, which is why it turned out the way it did. Y'all gotta go back to episode 436, 437, 432, that whole stretch of the 430s. Mal was letting it be known he was gonna insert himself into this beef. It had nothing to do with Mal. And the main reason he got so upset, not because of what Rory was asking for or what he was saying. What's the saying we all know he said? He got mad at Joe for saying this business is none of your business. Inserting himself into a beef that had nothing to do with him. If y'all were getting $40K a month and y'all were still complaining, what is it that y'all are really seeking? Equity. And now that all of this shit has settled, Joe still realizes that, oh man, I miss Rory because that was my friend. I'm not saying Rory's going to return to the JBP. This is all in jest. This is all in fun. Shout out to Joe for listening to the video. I am saying and doubling down on what I said last time, Rory's going to be on the JBP this year. We're going to see it. Whether it's an interview for him, whether it's him as a co-host, whether it's him as a guest. That is to be determined. But all the co-hosts on the JBP knows when Joe says these things, it's in jest. And I'll agree with them on this extent. Of course you can't trade niggas. This ain't the NBA. But I'm almost positive everything's not peaches and cream up there. Niggas is frustrated. I know people are going to have theories about Melissa, but this is work related, so I'm not even going to delve into that. Shout out to Melissa. I seen the comments on Patreon. People said your movie is enjoyable. I might actually watch the movie because of the recommendations and reviews of the other Patronis. So shout out to the Patronis. But y'all heard me speak on that 2 episodes ago. Melissa is developing things just by appearing on the JBP. And shout out to Joe. Shout out to Joe for acknowledging what I acknowledged about her little walk-in segment. That's a thing. That's her showtime. That's her showcase. And I got that from going back to the Billboard conversation. She had Joe until she segued and said, I want the spotlight as it being visible on the Billboard will produce. This is her way of segueing out of that. This is her sidestep. I'm still going to get the spotlight even though we're all on the pod. There's little things that I can do to have my own segment without even saying a word. And Joe spotted it. But shout out to Melissa, man. Like I said, she's gone on some work-related shit, so I'm not even going to say anything pertaining to the last Patreon episode. And don't think I'm not going to drop videos on that Patreon episode. My goodness, that was a gold mine. We might as well just call that the grievance episode. But I do want to take, or I want to go back and look at it again. I'm finna watch it in full detail, because I might have to put some snippets in there. But I'm going to try to put as much of the clip from today's episode in this video as I can without it getting demonetized, because I didn't hear one joke in that trade request or the trade rumors or whatever they quote unquote were saying in the comments. And speaking of in the comments, every time Ish says, stop listening to them niggas in the comments, I swear to God it's something that we said on this video. I want y'all to pay attention to that going forward. I'm not bugging. I may speculate a lot, but y'all can't come to this motherfucking channel and say that I be bugging. There's a difference. Pay attention to that going forward, because he does it often, but every time he does it, I'm like, were we saying that in the comments, or is that's something specifically or directly related to what we said in the video? So I don't know. Maybe I'm bugging, getting big-headed, but shout out to Ian, shout out to Joe, shout out to everybody. How did y'all feel about the addition of Ian on the show? How did y'all feel about the addition of Ian giving picks on the show? I don't want to toot my own horn, but hey, pay attention to what's going to be happening this next month on the JBP. Pay attention to the things that we speak about in these videos on the JBP and see if there's any correlations. That's all I'm going to say about that. But Rory, pay attention. If y'all aren't already in cahoots, pay attention, because I know you watch the videos of a lot of people in the spaces and in the JBP or the JBTV community still. I know you see a lot of these videos. Pay attention to the positivity that's going around about you now. The ball is in your court, sir. It's in your court. What are you going to do with it? I told y'all they're going to make amends. It's going to happen this year, 2025. They ain't even bleeping his name out. They saying his name 80 gazillion times an episode now. Sheesh. I appreciate y'all, man, for all the support. Make sure y'all engage. Make sure you comment on the page. Like the video if you like the video. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't. But if you already are, I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all stay safe out here. Here in Texas, man, it's ugly. It's 33 degrees and it's raining. Y'all know that. 1 degree away from snow. So we don't know how to drive in the snow. That being said, make sure y'all are safe out here. Peace.